Good morning, Year 7. Today is the 19th of April, 2020. We're now going to move on to 3.3 STEM, which is to do with science, technology, engineering, and maths. And it's looking at using formulae. And the learning intention is to substitute into formulae. So this is lesson 1 of 4, part 1, looking at questions 1 to 4. So today I will do this lesson live on Zoom. So if you can join me then, that would be better. And we'll look for the questions. However, if you are unable to join us for the live Zoom, can you please go ahead and do questions 1 to 4? So question 1 and 2, exercise 3.3 are the warm-up questions. So the question 1 says the recipe gives a formula to work out how long it takes to cook a chicken. And that's 50 times the weight of the chicken in kilograms plus 40 to work out the minutes, how long you need to cook it for. So the question is, how long does it take to cook a 2 kilogram chicken? Question 2 is to calculate the maximum pulse rate when exercising. Use the maximum heart rate. Should be 220, subtract the age. So if you're 18, what would be the maximum heart rate for you when you're exercising? If you're 45, what would be the maximum heart rate? And if you're 79, what would be the maximum, and not heart rate, sorry, the pulse rate. Question 3, so substitution is basically saying, work out the value of each expression when A is 3. So 2 times A, so when A is 3, you would write 2 times 3, to tell you A is 3. So 2 times 3, 2 times A is 6. So you now need to do the rest of the questions. And question 4. It's now giving you actually gives you 3 variables. So when X is 3, Y is 5, and Z is 8, work out the value. So substitute these variables into these formulae to work out the value. So X, Y is basically X times Y. So when X is 3, so X is 3, so 3 times Y is 5, you would write equals to 15. So these are the questions for doing on today's lesson. As I said, we will do this session live on Zoom, which has already been scheduled for you. So if you can join me then, that would be great. If not, please go ahead and do the questions as this recording. And then tomorrow, we will move on to lesson 2, sorry. So lesson 2 of 4, part 2, we will continue looking at questions 5 to 12. Obviously, this is slightly different. So if you're on 7D, this will apply to you. If you're on 7B, this lesson will take part on Tuesday. So you have the worked example here, and then you need to follow the example, then apply those methods to question 5. So it gives you the formula is the distance divided by the time to work out the speed of each of the cyclists in meters per second. So if the distance is 3,000 meter, the time is 360. So for question A, you would do 3,000 divided by 360 to give you the answer to the speed for part A. Then you would do part B and then part C using the same formula. Question 6, in physics, the formula F is equal to ma. Now remember, ma basically means m times m multiply a to use to calculate the force. So force is mass multiplied by acceleration. So work out the value of force when m is 2 and a is 27. So again, you use the formula, just substitute, use the numbers you've been given, the value, sorry. So F equals m times a. So F for part A, force will be equal to 2 times 27. So force will be equal to 2 times 27, 54. Then again, you would do the same for part B and C, and then gives you the little discussion, F is 20 and A is 5. Could you work out the value of M? So could you work out something times 5 gave you 20? What is that something? Okay, next question is question 7. So the weight in newtons, N is calculated using the formula. W is mg, where that basically means the weight is equal to the mass times the acceleration due to gravity in meters per second squared. So on Earth, G is 10 meters per squared meter, 10 meters per square per meter second squared. Work out the weight in newtons of a dog that weighs 5 kilograms. So again, you would use the formula, stick these numbers in, use your calculator to work out the value for the 5 kilogram dog, the 70 kilogram man, and the 30 kilogram monkey. Question 8, again, similar, we're just substituting values. So the formula to calculate pressure P in newtons per meter squared is P is F divided by A, where F is the force, N and A is the area, meter squared. Work out the pressure P when F is 20, A is 2. And so again, you stick it into this formula, use your calculator to work out the values for F. Question 9, again, similar. So again, the engineer uses the formula V I times R to work out the voltage in a circuit where I is a current in amps and R is a resistance in ohms. Work out the voltage V of a circuit with a current 4 amps and resistance of 10 ohms. So again, you would plug this into your formula. So you know V is I multiplying R. So V would be 4 times 10 to give you 40. So the voltage would be 40 when the amp is 4 and the ohms is 10. So again, you do the same for the part B and C. Question 10, again, similar. Substitute the values you have from the formula, put in the values and work out the answers. Then the next question, question 3 or 4, would be now to how to write the formulae. So this is like we did before, writing expressions, constructing expressions, but instead of expressions, we're going to do formulae. Again, this will be a Zoom lesson, so if you can join me for the Zoom lesson on this, it will be more beneficial. Again, depending on if you're 7B on 7D, it will occur on a different date. It could be on Tuesday or it could be on a Wednesday. So lesson 3 or 4, part 1, we'll be looking at questions 1 to 7. So you will write the algebraic expressions for 2 more than x, 5 lessons. So these are the warm-up questions, questions 1, 2, and 3. And then we will do, on the Zoom, we'll do an activity on how to write formulae. There will be a PowerPoint there. And then question 4 would be, you have this information and you would be expected to write the formulae in letters and numbers. Question 5. Similar activity, just look at the hints. So Alison's £9 per hour. How much does she earn in 5 hours? So again, you need to be able to write these in a formula. Here you have a word example. So again, we will go through this in the live Zoom session. Here you got question 6. So again, I'm only putting this up in case you're unable to make the session. Obviously, you've got the copy of the unit, so you can look at the unit itself. You don't really need to look at the screen here. Question 7. And then the last question, lesson 4 of 4 will be part 2 of 3.4 writing formulae. And that will be looking at questions 8 to 14. So again, hopefully now that we've done the previous lessons, you should be able to do these questions by yourself. So we're looking at question 8. 9, 10. Again, look at the hints that comes with questions. 11. And 12. And this is question 13. So again, it gives you the hint how to do the function machine. Question 14. And then that's it. So that's the whole overview for the week of all the topics and questions we will be doing. Like I said, we'll do one live Zoom session, one recorded session. And if you could join me for the Zoom sessions, that would be really helpful for you. And if you have any questions, we can go through them in the Zoom sessions. Anyway, hope you're okay, and I look forward to see you guys on Sunday, the 19th, for lesson 1 of 1 on writing formulae.